We're attending today because we're really interested about all of the different topics that are going on, and it doesn't hurt to have a nice glass of wine in Kenwood House.
Well, there's great diversity for everyone. So there's talks, there's all sorts of stalls, there are things to suit everybody. So it'd be well worth a visit.
A forum like this just brings together people and enables much more of a conversation.
It's really buzzing. Everyone's got a smile on their face. Everyone seems really interested.
The political landscape is confusing us right now because there is one topic that dominates, and that's Brexit. But if we think 2 years, 3 years down the road, we cannot be discussing was Brexit a good idea or a bad idea. We'll be in the middle of the suicidal mission. We need to then be looking at the new landscape and the divisions that you might want.
I do think that the clever things that are being done with vegetables are still in full swing, and it's really nice for me to go out and to all those incredibly creative new restaurants that are opening or have opened recently, and see that all of a sudden vegetables are at the very center of the conversation.
In principle, I think purposeful design is exceptionally important. So for as long we are absolutely clear what is the purpose of any program that we build, and whether this program can truly help us either enrich our cognitive skills, help us in any way, I find this purposeful.
Very interesting speakers, a range of subjects. I think that's the breadth of subject matter that's probably one of the most attractive things.
I think it gives the opportunity to really see a wide range of topics. So I think it's very rare that you have events about art, money, travel, like everything combined. So I think it's a great opportunity, this cross-fertilization of ideas.
Oh, the atmosphere today is great buzz. Everyone's seemed to be enjoying themselves, but also, picking those topics, everyone mixing into different tents. It's a great setup.
If it is true that the public markets, which are the core of capitalism, are unable to handle moderate size, seriously risky and innovative companies, then I would say capitalism is in really serious trouble. Because what that means is we're entirely dependent on private equity, which I mistrust profoundly, and the VC business, which is far too small. So I want the public markets to be absolutely stuffed with companies like Tesla.
There's a lot of young people leave school at 16 or go on to A-levels, but they never use maths again. They never use their trigonometry, Pythagoras. Again, I find them, disclaimer, I find them very cool. But I think maths should have a lot more things which are practical, like simple interest, compound interest, and sort of more practical based ways. If you're looking at
counting snowflakes.
Counting snowflakes, yeah.
Yes, exactly. It'd be very useful. So therefore, in essence, you're saying make it more urban, make it more relevant, and then people would see the point of it.
Absolutely.
And the more time you spend with an artist's work, the more you begin to get to recognise them. A bit like the handwriting of people you know. And artists like Gainsborough, Van Dyck, Reynolds, they all became rather clear. In fact, my belief is that a portrait often tells you more about the artist than it does about the subject.
And here you have the opportunity to, in a very, very nice atmosphere, to get a deeper understanding maybe of some of the things.
So I feel like events like this kind of lowers the boundaries and makes people more open.
I think it brings a lot of people together. When you go to events and there's question and answers, it's really good to hear like-minded people, what they have to say about things, and yeah, it's good.
I think they're important because they strike a fine balance between high-level knowledge of basically everything you need to know in contemporary society, and a bit of fun as well. So you can come along not knowing anything about modern plutocracy. You can get a good glass of wine, you can get some fantastic Ghanaian food, you can sit, you can listen, you can learn, and for me it's the ultimate way to spend your weekend.